Hey guys, this is RD Techie, and in today's video we're going to do a long-term review of the HP X1000. So I've been using this for over a month. We did a detailed overview plus the unboxing in another video. I'll leave the link in the description if you guys want to check out and see all the features that this amazing wireless headset carries. Go ahead and click that link and watch that. Here, this video, I'm going to be dividing it into three parts. One is the pros, the second being cons, and the third one is more like a frequently asked questions. You guys had a lot of questions when it came to the headset on my previous video and through social media. So I thought, you know what? I'll answer them all in the last part of the video. The video will be timestamped, so if you want to just listen to the bad stuff, skip to that. The good stuff, skip to that. I'll also be giving a very short conclusion on about this headset. So let's start with the pros. Starting with the pros, the biggest thing is the soundstage. Now, you would have thought I was going somewhere else because, you know, it is a very affordable piece of hardware and it is coming, but the biggest pro for this headset is the soundstage. It feels so good. It's very accurate. I've been playing a lot of Apex, a lot of COD, and I can spot enemy footsteps. And I'm able to tell my friends, hey, you have somebody on your left side. They couldn't hear them. I could hear them spectating them. So it was the soundstage on this for games is amazing. Music as well, like I said, it feels really good to listen to the lower notes and not just get muddled, muddy, dull sound with just a lot of bass. Speaking of bass, it's not a bass heavy headset. It's never meant to be. So if you're looking for the whole doof 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 bassness, maybe go for something else. But this is a really good headset that has an amazing soundstage. The next one is the charging time and play time. So they promise 2 hours for 2 hours charging will get you 20 hours of playback. That's not true. Maybe it will if you're like on standby mode, but 2 hours of charging has gotten me around 16 to 17 hours of playback on average. That's this consistently. So what I do is when I'm going for dinner, I plug it in, leave, and I'll come back, unplug. So I never actually charge 2 hours anymore, like the full 2 hours. I'm just charging in like these 30-40 minute bursts, and I haven't run out of charge as soon as I started doing that. It's a very real life usable wireless headset, and that's something that I think is very cool with this one, because I was if you watched the overview, I was very worried because when you think about the 50mm drivers, you would think, hey, this is not going to run on this the backup will not be as good. But I was wrong, and I'm happy to be wrong in that aspect, and it was very, very good. 17 hours on average over, I've used this for about 1.5 months around about, so it's very, very solid bang for buck when it comes to that. It's a huge pro in my book. Another pro is something we'll also get into it later, is the ability to use it on multiple kind of devices. I've used it on a PS4 and a PC. While the EQ settings don't carry through as far as my testing goes, it does not. You have a very bass, whatever PS4 gives you sound. The volume is low, and that seems to be the case with most PS4 headsets that I've used, or any headset I've used with the PS4. So I think it's more on the Sony side of things. My Xbox is sadly broken, so I couldn't test it on the Xbox, but I believe if it's possible to use a USB headset, a wired one, you'll be able to use this one as well. But one of the biggest pros that this headset, one of the best things about it, is its price. At 7,000 rupees, and like I said, I got it for sale for 6,000. It is a steal. It is a pure wireless headset. It's not Bluetooth. It's got the dongle. It's got 7.1 virtual surround sound. For this price, you will not find this quality in a wireless headset. Actually, I don't think you will find a wireless headset for this price. So that is something that is very amazing in my book, and it's a huge pro. And coupled with that sound stage, I hate to mention this again, but it's really good. It's one of the best sound stages and audio quality I've experienced in using all the different headsets that I have used for gaming and for music. The link to the headphones, as always, is in the description if you guys want to check out. Just a reminder, you can also buy it from the HP.com website, and it may give you a better deal. So check that out as well. So now we get to the juicy stuff, the cons. And when you start with the cons, it is the easiest con. The worst thing about this headset, and I say this with a lot of love for the product, is the mic. It is utter garbage, okay? It is absolutely terrible. You will hate using this mic. I've gotten to the point where I've considered just buying an external USB mic just to be not embarrassingly bad quality when it comes to speaking with my friends. If some of them are streaming or creating content, I don't want to come off sounding like, you know, pops and weird artifacts in sound, which is what this mic does, especially if you have ambient noise. If you watch the mic test again, it does the same thing. It has these weird interference artifact sort of thing, and it's it's not good at all. It is by far the worst mic I've used. That is the biggest issue this headset has. If you don't care about the mic quality, this is a flawless headset. If you do care about the mic quality, if you plan on using it to create content, don't buy this headset. The second issue is not as big as the first one with the mic, but there is no battery indicator. I wish it would blink with the light on the mic, because it has the mute button, as you guys know, and it lights up the mic once it's on. There, it lights up the mic. So if the battery was running low, it'd be cool if it did like a little bit of a blink just to let you know, hey, this battery is about to run low. What it does do though, if you're wearing it, it actually has a beep come on. I believe it starts at the 30-minute mark. When there's 30 minutes of battery left, it starts going like a boop, beep. And then it does at 15, and I think 10, 5, and 2. And then it just shuts off. So it does do an audio indicator, but if you're not using it and wearing it, and you just have it on your table, you're not going to know when the battery runs out. But on the flip side, it does have a standby mode, and it kind of puts itself to sleep like it did there. I was using it before I started doing the video. It realized it's not getting much audio on at the moment, so I'm just going to switch it off, and it goes to sleep. Which is leading me to the next con. It's a little buggy. When that sleep thing happens, sometimes it doesn't wake up. You have to sometimes completely switch it off, like I did then, and switch it back on. It won't boot itself up. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. So it's very volatile when it comes to that kind of software. It's trying to be very smart, but it kind of falls short. So you get this weird sort of feeling where you're putting it on, it seems to be on, the lighting indicator is on, but for some reason the sound won't come through. Your audio is connected, your device is recognized, the sound just will not come through. At that point, all you got to do is just switch it off completely and switch it back on, and you'll be fine. It's not a big issue, but it is not a flawless process, so I did want to mention it in the video. The next thing is something that's affected me, but it may affect you as well. I don't know. It depends on your setup and what your intentions are with it, because the cord, the length is actually not that good. It's about 1 meter. But it's, I believe the quality of the cord, I would have liked a braided wire just to be safe, but it's not. It's actually got this weird, typical cheap look and feel to it. It hasn't had any issues so far, I do have to mention that, but it doesn't inspire confidence. It just feels like any random USB cord you just got off the internet, except it's not even that long. It's a 1 meter wire. So if you're using this, and in my case, if I plug it in, I have a very constricted, frame. I can't move too much. You can use the headset while plugged in, but because of the wire's length, it kind of makes it a little tough. And the port is not a Type-C. I have a bunch of Type-C cables, but it's not type C, so I'm just gonna deal with this wire. But like I said, doesn't affect me too much because I just whenever I go off of my PC, I switch the I put it on charge, and when I'm back, I pull it out. It's charged. It keeps the charge, and I never run out of battery. So those are the pros and cons. So now let's jump into the frequently asked questions. Now I haven't given any person's name because they were recurring. They were recurring over multiple people, and I thank you all for coming to me. There were really nice comments, and it's always amazing to see that something I've made is actually helpful to someone, which is what I wanted in the first place. So thank you so much for all the comments and all the well wishes and all that, and the subs and everything. But I just want to mention that really quick. But let's start with the questions. The one question that I always get is, does it work with the phone? I haven't used it with a phone. I do think it will, but I don't have an OTG adapter, so I don't know if I can say it for sure. But in my experience, if a USB headset, a regular USB headset will work, then this will too, because the dongle's done it in a way where it's very easy to just set up and use. So if you have an OTG thing lying around, and if you have one of these headsets, let me know in the comments, and I will put an disclaimer in the description answering this question thoroughly. But as far as I know, as far as I could find out, it will work on your phone as long as you have an adapter. Question number 2, does it work with consoles? As mentioned before, I have tested on PS4 and it does work. My Xbox is dead and I don't have the newer generation of consoles, but I would think it would be working without any issues. PS4 is the one that's finicky as far as I know, so if it works on PS4, it usually means it works on all the consoles. So I would say yes, it will work on your console. PS4, I can guarantee it works because I tested it out and it was fine. The volume was low, as I mentioned, but it worked just fine. Do the EQ settings work with the console? Again, I mentioned this in the review, it does not carry over. The EQ settings are PC centric, which is the case with most USB headsets. It doesn't store anything in the headset itself. It's mostly on the dongle or on the software side of things. So unless it detects that software, it goes to the point it's like saying, no, you just get the base headset. But that's okay because the default sound still gives you some sort of sound stage and the surround sound feel, even though it's not the boosted up 7.1 surround sound you get on PC, you still get some sort of directional audio. So it definitely does work. You will not get the EQ settings on the PS4. How will I know when the headphone is charged? Now, this is something I also worried about because some things just won't give you an indication. But when the charge is done, it will switch off. The light in the small LED will switch off, and when it is charging, it'll have this orange tint. If you have your headset on, it'll be an orange tint. If you have your headset off, it'll be an orange light to let you know it is charging. When it's done, the light goes off, and that's how you know it's charged. The next question is, how will I know the headphone is running out of charge? Again, I've covered this in the review, but I'm repeating it here. So you don't have any visual indicators, but you get these beeps to let you know that I believe 30 minutes left, 15, 10, 5, and then 2 before it actually ends up giving out and you run out of charge. So that's something that is useful when you're using the headset. While you're not using the headset and you just have it on your table, there are no indications, sadly, and I wish they did have a visual indication. But that's all the different things I wanted to mention in this video, that including your questions. I would like to wrap it up by just doing a quick my conclusion about this headset. Now, when we're talking about this headset, it's actually quite nice. It's very comfortable to use. Yes, your ears get spicy. Yes, the heat is there, but that's more heat than the headset. It's using pleather, which is like the go-to material for headphone cushions. But the cushions are comfy. They're very soft. If you press and let go, you can see it just push right back in. The noise cancellation isn't bad. It's not very good, but it's not bad. It's right in that average area. And most of all, the price is just insane. Especially when you consider the fact that any $100 headset bought abroad, when it comes to India, it almost doubles in price. But at this price, the headset is quite a steal. It's very comfortable to use. It's effective. The battery backup is good. The quality, the audio quality is great. Just want to remind you that the mic is really the only Achilles heel. If you want to use this headset for mic and use this mic primarily, please don't buy it. But if you don't mind doing that, like I have a mic that I use for content creation, and this is not a mic that I use for streams or YouTube or anything like that. I just use this to talk to my friends. In that case, as long as your friends are patient, it'll be fine. If not, you might want to give this a wide berth. But this price, the comfort of total wireless freedom is just so amazing. And I don't think I could go back to a wired headset. And I think that wraps up the review. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want me to cover something that I didn't. I will try and answer the comments as much as possible. I still answer most comments across YouTube as long as I get an alert. I am quick to look and answer, so let me know if you have any other further questions. But that's the review. I really like using this headset, the mic being the only real issue. Stay home, stay safe, and stay healthy. This is RD Techie saying goodbye.